What's up? We're back at it again. We're going to talk about the matchup that just happened between the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. Congratulations to the Toronto Raptors for getting the victory tonight. Took care of business, handled theirs, and basically just blew these guys out of their own gym. Had people heading to the exit with 6 minutes left in the game. That's my kind of basketball right there. So the Raptors ended up taking care of business. We got these guys out of here. Spanked the dog. You know what? Out of them. Honestly, player of the game tonight is RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett was out there. A man possessed. RJ Barrett was playing like, yo, he was playing with that strong, big body. You know what I mean? He's built like like no, you know what I mean? You already know how he's built. So, and with that big body, he ended up going out there and just bullying the Golden State Warriors. Nobody had no answers for RJ Barrett tonight. Let's just keep it 100, bro. Nobody had no answers. 37 minutes, 37 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. RJ Barrett, player of the game tonight, Toronto Raptors. Pascal Siakam ended up adding in 30 minutes, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 for 11 from the field goal, 63%, plus minus minus 5. You already know what it is. Jakob Pertl, 30 minutes, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 for 5 from the field goal, 6 for 8 from the field goal. Free throw, sorry, 2 for 5 free throws, 6 for 8 from the field goal, 20 plus minus 21. Whooped ass. Just spanking, handling business as he should. Took care of his, you know what I mean? Salute to him. Quickly, 26 minutes, 9 points, five rebounds, 10 assists. Salute to my guy quickly out there facilitating tonight, you know what I mean? Being the floor general, 4 for 10 from the field goal. Not the best tonight, 40% efficiency as far as the field goal percentage goes. 1 for 4 from the 3 point line, 25%, plus minus 4. The assists, floor generaling it. Scotty Barnes, 23 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, plus minus 3. Not really much from Scotty tonight. You got to step that up, Scotty. We need you. You got to start getting big out here, Scotty. You know what I mean? Dennis Schroeder, 27 minutes, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, plus minus 14. Not bad. Gary Trent, 26 minutes, 14 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 steals, plus minus 10. Good night, Gary. Great night for Gary. Chris Boucher, whoo, he was making it rain. Chris Boucher basically made sure that, yo, it was getting kind of close. It was like a 10 point situation after being upwards of like almost 30 points. I think Raptors at one point were at 30. And then it went to 10 points. Chris Boucher said enough is enough. He started making it rain out there. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Made them get the umbrella out and he started raining threes. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steals, 7 for 17 from the field goal, 3 for 3 from the 3 point line, plus minus 17. Excellent night for what you call Chris Boucher. Jonathan Porter, he came in 11 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. And yo, plus minus 10. And then Thaddeus Young came in 3 minutes, 3 points. So that's a Thaddeus. And Jaden McDaniels 3 minutes. And Gary Trent 3 minutes, 2 points. So you already know we end up getting a win tonight. Honestly, RJ Barrett. Let's talk about RJ Barrett real quickly. First of all, actually, you know what? Let's talk about RJ Barrett real quickly. So, yo, RJ Barrett came in there and held it down tonight. Great night for RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett went out there and just started playing bully ball. He used that big body, and that's something that I think, and I'm so happy that we actually have him because now you could see him actually doing that. And yo, feel free to join the stream if you'd like to join the stream. No problem. Raptors talk only. Raptors Warriors. Feel free to chime in the comment section. But yeah, so basically he came in there like a bull in the China, you know what I mean? Just like, bro, just bullying through everybody and willing his way to those points. And that's how you have to play. Salute to RJ Barrett playing that kind of basketball style that we don't have with his body. We like, ideally we want Scotty to do that too. That'd be great if Scotty could do that more often and more efficiently. But RJ Barrett is doing that more. He's doing that with that umph. So salute to RJ for that. Honestly, great night for RJ Barrett. 37 points. I think that's like the highest in a Raptors uniform for any Canadian-born player. So which is kudos to him. Great for him, Mississauga's very own. Great night for RJ Barrett. Quickly came in there, great facilitating, man. Just throughout the whole entire game, just finding players, just finding guys, just giving us that point guard look, just giving us the point guard, you know what I mean? That point guard, like he's just giving us that point guard stuff that we need, bro. And we're looking really good out there right now. You see what I'm saying? Like we're climbing up the slow key climbing up the standings. I kind of have my gut feelings tell me if we could just keep this momentum up, we'll probably go to the playoffs. We will probably go to the playoffs. Well, at least play in the playing game. There's no way. I don't think we can miss the playing game with the roster we have at this point. Any logical individual could see that from a mile away. You see what I'm saying? So, like we're not going to miss the playing game. We'll most likely play in that. Now, if we can get into that playoff standing, that's what ideally what we're looking for, right? That's what we want to do, right? But overall, I think it was just a good overall win for the Raptors. And I think this is going to catapult us in the standings as well. And then we have the Lakers next. We should be able to get rid of the Lakers. I don't see why we can't beat the Lakers. We played them on Tuesday night, 10 o'clock game, 10:30, pretty late game, but whatever. And then we have the Clippers. That's going to be a challenging one. I think that's going to be one of the tougher ones. And then we have the Jazz. I don't see why we can't beat the Jazz. And then we have the Celtics, and we got some teams ahead of us, but nothing that we can't handle. And that's the great part. And beating up on the Warriors, yeah, the Warriors is having injuries and all this stuff, but it's still a confident booster that we need. And RJ Barrett playing at this high level, like this can only translate to better and better things for us as a team, which I'm happy about, to be honest with you. I'm very, very happy about this. Now, as far as as far as quickly goes, this facilitating was excellent, was great. I like how he was passing the ball, I like how he was distributing it out there, giving guys different looks, being able to just get people get people the looks they need. And that gives us a balance at the point guard position with Schroeder and quickly. Now we have facilitators out there. So that's the plus side. That's the good thing about what we have right now. We have that kind of look that we need. And I think this is important for us as a team as a whole. If we're trying to get to where we need to get to, we need to be able to have that kind of look. We need to be able to have guys who can give us those looks, and we need to be able to go out there and be able to execute. Tonight was a perfect example of that, and that's just the acquisition of RJ Barrett taking over. That's the great part about this whole situation. That was all RJ Barrett just coming in and taking over and saying, "Okay, enough's enough." And Chris Boucher coming off the bench and doing his thing. Pascal Siakam playing pretty good. Also, Jakob Poeltl playing pretty good. There's a lot of things I'd like to clean up as far as the rebounding side, as far as the offensive rebounding side. There was a point in the game where I saw Golden State, man, they took like 100 attempts at the 3-point line and they kept getting the offensive rebound. So we couldn't beat anyone on the defensive side of the rebounding. And I think that was a problem for me that I noticed. I think that was like might have been the third or something quarter or something like that, or something like that. It was something around there, maybe second or third quarter. And I was just like, bro, that's unacceptable. That is really unacceptable. So like this is something that we need to fix. These are problems that we have to fix, but these are things that we will and can fix. Let's just be real. We could fix a lot of this stuff, but it's going to take some time and effort, right? We're going to have to really put it together as a squad and kind of get together and figure this out. You feel me? Now, as far as the Raptors go, as far as Scotty Barnes, I think he needs to step up now, right? I was pointing this out while I was watching the game. I said, listen here, if Scotty Barnes doesn't step up, RJ Barrett's taking over what he potentially can. Now you have to be the 1-2 punch with RJ. So you're gonna have to figure out how to play with him. You're gonna have to figure out how to mesh with him, and then you're gonna have to figure out how to build that chemistry with him. Because it's like now we got good players on the team, so there's no excuses. And now we have guys who can actually do things. You know what I mean? It's instead of counting on you, depending on solely on you, we have other guys who are your age group or age demographic that can play well too. And you can see how it's upped up Gary Trent's game. Now Gary Trent looks like he has life now. You see how he's been playing lately. He's been coming in there and just coming in there, and he's an excellent player off the bench. He's coming in there, he's finding his niche, and because now we have talented players, he's getting those looks. You know what I mean? And now it's like the game is free flowing. Pascal Siakam is starting to play really. Pascal's always been pretty good, but now it takes off a lot of pressure on Pascal now. So we have different looks now, and that's the key component. Is as a team we need to have different kind of looks. You see what I'm saying? We got a point guard. You know what I mean? The only thing I think we're lacking is the rebounding side. But I don't know. I wouldn't trade Pascal Siakam right now at this point. I think we just have to ride out the season. We're most likely. I couldn't. I'm most likely going to the playing game. We're gonna play in the playing game now. Do we? How far in the playoffs can we get into the playoffs now? Could we get to become a 500 team with this roster? Because we have to. We 2-1 so far. We have to get on some sort of streak. That's how the NBA works in professional sports, especially when you're playing pro sports in general. You have to get on a streak, a hot streak where you're literally going through city to city, uh, protecting home court advantage and running through different cities, just whooping teams' asses. Now, if you can do that, now you're putting yourself in a position where you can actually get things done. You can actually get to where you need to get to, and you can actually put yourself in positioning at playoffs. Because if you look at this team the way they played tonight, this is not a bottom feeder team. This is a team that should be, I would say, in the middle of the pack of the Eastern Conference. That's the way. If you look at them, eye test alone, it shows a lot. Like this is a middle of the pack. If you saw this team, you'd like this is a middle pack. Mind you, this is the contenders. They got Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson playing tonight, and Andrew Wiggins. You see what I'm saying? And it's kind of like neutralized Stephen Curry. I think scored like 9 points today. Klay Thompson, I don't know what he did. Couple threes I've seen him whack, but outside of that, it's not really much. Andrew Wiggins, nothing. Andrew Wiggins, and that's a whole nother conversation. People saying trade him for Siakam. I think Siakam's a better player than Andrew Wiggins at this point, and they're virtually kind of close in age, 1 year apart. I think Siakam's 1 year older than him. I honestly, at first I was thinking about it, but then I think about who Andrew Wiggins is. He doesn't. Sometimes he has no motor. Sometimes there's no pulse with Andrew Wiggins. So it's kind of like I remember Jimmy Butler was telling us about that, and Jimmy Butler was having issues with him back in Minnesota days. So we have to be cognizant of that, and we can't really stunt our development, our growth. I like what RJ Barrett's doing. I like what RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly have provided to our team early. Remember, we still have Grady Dick there. Once he develops into the player that he needs to become, we will have our young nucleus with Gary, RJ, Emmanuel, Scotty. You know, hopefully also if so and so can and what's his name? This guy's name over here. Flip, bro. I forgot this guy's name. Um, what's his name? Grady Dick. And then what's this other guy's name over here? Christian Koloko. If he could become the big that we expect him to be, then at the end of the day, it's kind of like, we can become a team where it's like we become a super threat. Like we could be real disgustingly tough to beat. Shouts to my guy Daniel Lowe. He says, RJ Barrett's playing good, hell good, really good. Really, really good. 37 points tonight, really good. He was dominant. He attacked the rack too, and I like the fact that he was at the free throw line so many times. This is something that I was preaching for so long, that we don't get to the free throw line. We don't attack as much as we should. We rely too much on the three ball. Now things have changed since RJ Barrett has arrived, where he's attacking the rack a lot more. And I think his body frame, and his body type he has the prototype where it's like he has that frame, that body type where he can attack, he can get to the bucket. And that's something that I like about RJ Barrett. I think that's something that he brings to the table that we need. And he's bringing that to the table, and I'm happy about that. You see what I'm saying? And I like his body. When I look at his game, I say, bro, he has the body of Carmelo Anthony. He has Carmelo Anthony's body, bro. And Carmelo, anyone knows Carmelo Anthony? He was like what do you call the saying? The bull in the China, whatever they call it. You know that saying, bull in the China shop. That's what he was. And basically, Carmelo Anthony, he has that same body. And I can see very similar. I can see a lot. I can see not too much similarities, but I can see the body similarities. RJ can probably eventually get to that level of a Carmelo Anthony scorer. Carmelo Anthony was a pure scorer. Like he could mid-range, 3-point, ISO, he could get you out of here. He had a good handle when he was one-on-one with you. He could spin move into the paint, get to the paint, second shot shots. He was a really good player. And RJ Barrett, I see a lot of that flash in that. I see a lot of that similarities in him. Listen, like I said before, I'm not depending on the draft. I'm not one of these guys running around here screaming the draft, the draft, the draft. A lot of guys need it. A lot of these draft picks are not even looking good. A lot of them are AAU ballers. They don't really pan out. They come to the NBA and then they're out of the NBA in like 3-4 years. So I'm not really too big on the whole draft situation. You see what I'm saying? My thing is just this: is let's try to get some wins with our players, and let's win with our players we have. You know what I mean? If we could draft a player, I want to see Grady Dick develop, because I think Grady Dick needs to develop. I think Grady Dick is important to the Raptors as a whole. Personally, I really do. I really think Grady Dick is one of those guys where it's like he's something where he, with that 3-point shot, the shooting capability, the ability to be able to attack and pull up and all that stuff. Once he gets that together, he's going to be another player that we can definitely count on. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm happy. Like honestly, I like what I'm seeing from this team right now. Um, Scotty just needs to find his niche, find his thing, get his shots. Stop worrying about the ref. You're not getting your calls. I get it, but you don't have to flare at the refs. Start looking at the referee like, oh, you know what I mean? You got to get back on defense and play the game, bro. If you could just stay, if you're not getting your calls, I get it. You're gonna eventually get your calls. It's only a matter of time, but it's gonna take some time, right? But the key component is you just have to keep attacking and keep being disciplined and keep getting to the bucket and getting to the rim and getting those free throw shots, man. I don't know, man. Raptors don't look like a good free throw team, to be honest with you. I'm very, very disappointed in the way I'm looking at this season has been horrendous for free throws. A lot of cats are just clunking off the rim. They can't hit their free throws if their life depended on it. Bro, there's no reason why Raptors players, the lowest we should have a player at the free throw line is at 80%. There's no reason why we have guys with the elk and the style of play that we have that can't hit free throws. And this is something that needs to clean up, man. We got to clean up the free throws, man. If we're in order for us to go out there and actually succeed and go out there and actually like if we want to win games, we remember we still have Philadelphia in our division. We still Philadelphia has our number. We got to be able to beat this team. And I believe with the players we have right now, and if we play more disciplined basketball, and get more of our hit our free throws and start playing and not let guys just do whatever the hell they want with us, and double teaming and actually playing up on I mean, like playing up on your offender, the offensive player that's on you, and playing defense under him, and getting under him and putting your hand up in their face and getting second chance positions. There's no way we can't win. And this team is good, man. I'm telling you right now, bro. This team, and I don't want. I'm not a guy who lives off potential. Like I don't want to sit down and be like, oh, we got the potential. We got the potential, bro. We have the players. We have the resources. We have the outlet. We have everything. We just need to get it together. That's all it is. We have it all. There's nothing we don't have. Only maybe a rebounding side is something we're lacking. But outside of that, we have everything else we need. This team can contend for being. This is not if you look at the standings, this team is not a bottom feeder team. Not at all. This is not a bottom feeder team at all. You see what I'm saying? Like we're not a bottom feeder team. Like we're sneaking up on the Bulls for the tenth seed. We've been hovering at 11 for freaking I don't know how many months now, and it's kind of like it's getting ridiculous. We gotta sneak up right till eighth. We gotta get to eighth place. We gotta get to. There's no way in hell Bulls and Brooklyn Nets are ahead of us in the standings right now. Not at all. Not at all. You see what I'm saying? Makes no sense at all. So we need to make sure that we can get what we need to get to. Get some of these wins under our belt. RJ Barrett, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes combo, the big three. Emmanuel quickly, big four, and we got to get to this NBA Finals. Or sorry, Eastern playoffs. We got to get to this playoffs. We get to the playoffs, man. Ain't no telling. You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. Top three teams are pretty rough. It's not that. It's not. It's not that easy. The top three teams are good. Celtics, Bucks, and 76ers. Those are all three teams that have our number. If we end up getting to, I don't know, fifth seed, we miraculously got to a fifth seed. And if you look at it from eight all the way to fourth is virtually like they're all virtually the same, 20 and 15. The eighth seed team, 20 and 15. Seventh seed team, 20 and 15. Sixth seed team, 21 and 15. Fifth seed team, 21 and 15. The fourth seed team, 21 and 15. The only thing separation is one game. One game, 1 to 2 games are separating these guys from each from. So it's virtually like it's almost like we have like a three-way tie, and then we have a two-way tie. So it's like there's no even definitive answer. All we have to do is just keep winning games, and we could get right. We'll bounce right in there because these teams are gonna have to smack each other up and get each other, and they're gonna have to go down in the standings as well. So there's no reason why we can't, as a Raptors team, get where we need to get to and get to this because it's like look, fourth seed 21 and 15, fifth seed 21 and 15. So the Magic's are the fourth, 21 and 15. Cleveland's 21 and 15. They're fifth. Knicks 21 and 15. We beat the Cleveland. Knicks 21 and 15. They're sixth. Pacers 20 and 15. We beat the Pacers. Miami 20 and 15, and they're eighth. So seventh and eighth. Pacers seventh, Miami eighth. Like, what are we doing? Why can't we get one of these guys out of here?
Like these are questions that I'm asking. Yo, we could beat some of these teams, but we just have to keep winning. With the roster we have, we're better than what we are on. We're better than what we show on paper. But now it's time for us to get up in there and get in there and get it. You see what I'm saying? We have to get it. You know what I mean? Scotty Barnes, you're gonna have to step up. You're gonna have to step up. Don't regress. You gotta step up. You gotta start attacking the rack too. Gotta hit your 3 point shots, man. If you guys are gonna take these shots, man, you gotta hit them. If you have the green line, you gotta hit your 3 point shots. We did an excellent job tonight with as far as RJ Barrett and Chris Boucher, Gary Trent coming off the bench, and several guys just coming in there and just spanking ass. And we neutralized the Warriors. Like Warriors couldn't. We're having difficulty with us. You know what I mean? I believe due to the fact that yeah, the Warriors have injuries, but I believe, like I said before, if you Curry can't shoot threes, Curry is nothing. And I've said it a long time ago. If Curry is not hitting his threes, there's nothing else Curry can do out there. And Clay Thompson, he's declined, he's degressed. And Andrew Wiggins, no, he's some nights he has no motor. So it's kind of like, yo, we're in a position where it's just like, bro, if we could beat these kind of teams, we got the Lakers next, which is a team we should be able to spank out of here and get them out of here ASAP. Because the Lakers, let's be real, Lakers are not in our league too. They're LeBron James's goal is to get Bronny James on the roster. And if that's your main priority and that's your objective, then whatever, so be it. But at the same time, it's just like we shouldn't have this guy whose team is straight up tomato tan, like straight up garbage, um, straight garbage juice, come in here and be able to like get us or get a win on over us. We're gonna go there to Staples, we're gonna whoop their ass, and we're gonna get up out of there. That's basically what we're gonna do. And it's like, and that's it. And whatever. ESPN and Fox Sports will keep talking about it. Let them talk about how we spanked them and is LeBron this? Because you already know ESPN is the LeBron James and Fox Sports LeBron James network. Because that's all they want to talk about. They don't want to talk about nothing else but LeBron James and when Draymond Green is making a fool of himself. And Draymond Green was there tonight, but he was low profile. He's not. He didn't play tonight. You know what I mean? Who cares? You see what I'm saying? It's good that he didn't play tonight because what would he have done? He couldn't do anything for us, and he couldn't do anything for them anyways. As far as what we were doing, we were gonna get this win regardless. So that's a good win for us as a whole. Um, what else? Like as far as like Pascal, I talked about it earlier. I don't want to see Pascal traded. They're talking about trading him for Kaminga and what's this other guy's name? Kaminga and Andrew Wiggins. No, Andrew Wiggins and Kaminga are not even in Pascal's league right now. Pascal right now is playing some high level basketball. He's really good. He's just not a finisher, but he's really, really good. I like Pascal Siakam, what I've been seeing from him lately, and I like the fact that the new additions have relieved a lot of load off of Siakam. So and Gary Trent. I mean, and Gary Trent, and also our guy over here, Scotty Barnes. So with RJ Barrett and Quickly's great distributor. So Dennis Schroeder doesn't have to just worry about distributing anymore. And also, RJ Barrett Scotty Barnes wanted to have the ball and play point guard. He doesn't have to play point guard no more. Play big, get inside, hit your shots, attack the rack, hit your mid rangers. You have the half court setting to go out there and do your thing. If you want to take the ball up court and whatever, do what you have to do what you have to do. But you got to finish, bro. There was a time where you had a wide open slam dunk and you just basically botched it and it bounced off the rim. So you got to finish, bro. And I know it sounds like I'm being real harsh on the guy, but at the same time, it's like in order for us to get to that playoff standing, because let's be real, like I said before, between fourth and eighth seed, there's no real difference in the playoff standings. So if we can get even just close to that pack with a winning streak, we could look one day with a hot winning streak, and all of a sudden, bro, boom, voila. All of a sudden, voila, we're like in sixth place in the Eastern Conference. Now we're in business, bro. You know what I mean? Now we're in business. Like all of a sudden, voila, we're in fifth place. There's no difference between fourth and eighth. There's virtually like one or two games. That's it. So if we go on a hot, and they're gonna have to kill each other, and we've beaten some of those teams already. So if we can just get that winning streak, like I said before, I know I sound like a broken record because I've said this before, but if we can get that winning streak, beat up on the Lakers, sneak up on the Clippers, and then get some more wins, we'll be okay. We're in the playoff playing situation. Okay, cool. I'm not a fan of the plane. I don't want to be in the plane. I want to be in the playoffs. I want a 7 game series. I want to be able to have that opportunity, yo. Yo, are we now building around Scotty quickly and RJ? Yo, the reality is, yeah, we are. We are at this point. We are building around them. And I believe personally, I think Pascal, we shouldn't write him off. I don't think we should. Maybe we should even think about re-signing him. Maybe, you know what I mean? If we can't re-sign him, okay, whatever. But at the same time, at least let's finish off the season with him and see what we could do. We already know his history with Masai Ujiri. Maybe he can look at free agency and be like, you know what? Hey, man, you know what I mean? They got something going on over here. But as far as RJ Manuel and Scotty, they're the big three. But whatever, they still have to prove themselves though. Let's be real. They got to win something. You can't sit on here and just go off potential and hype. You know what I mean? And what can be. We got to go into what has to be, and what has to be is playoffs, and it has to be deep runs in the playoffs. Let's be real, Liam. Like we've literally we're spoiled since 2013. We've gone on. We were 10 years ago. Went into the playoffs versus the Brooklyn Nets, and we just kept going into the playoffs ever since. First seed, second seed, third seed, fourth seed, first seed, second seed, third seed. Like we were literally we were the highest winning percentage team in the Eastern Conference. It was us in the 2010s. Us, Golden State. We were the highest winning percentage team in 2000s, 2010s. So we know what it is to actually go out there and actually win games and actually have streaks and whatnot. So it's kind of like we have to build on that. RJ Barrett is an excellent piece. I think he gives us a different look. Stylistically, him and OG are totally different players. OG's more 3 and D. RJ Barrett's more attack, 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 and that's what I like. Scotty Barnes has to be more attack because Scotty Barnes is he could be could be all around player, but the only way he could become an all around player is we have to actually um, play him in that level, and we have to give him those looks. But he has to get those looks. He has to finish. I think that's one of his biggest problems. He's not finishing at the rate he should be finishing at. You know what I mean? And he needs to finish more, and he needs to be a little bit more selfish, but at the same time, he has to be more. His decision making has to be a lot better. And I'm just being on him because at the end of his third year, put up or shut up, right? Like first year you went to the playoffs, you had Fred Van Fleet, you had a lot of good players around you. You know what I mean? You had a lot of Raptor nucleus. You went to the playoffs, got eliminated by the 76ers, cool. Second year, no playoffs. Third year, you have to be the man to take us to the playoffs. Like put up or shut up, man. At this point, like we can't sit on here and be like, okay, coddling you and babying you and stuff like that, and talking about what can be. We have to get it done now. I think Quickly could be better than Kyle Lowry back in 2013. I think you're onto something. I think the only thing about Kyle Lowry was he was more aggressive, more of an attacker, and I think he was more of an attacker. I think Quickly's he's still trying to find himself, right? But potential is there though. The potential could be as good as Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is the pinnacle. He's probably the best point guard I've seen put on a Raptors jersey, and I've virtually seen every single point guard going back far as Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse was pretty good. He was cold, but he just never won any games with us, and he wanted to run back to Portland, and we saw what happened with that. Vince Carter came, and then we've had Alvin Williams, excellent point guard. He was an excellent Raptors alumni, one of my favorite Raptor point guards when I was coming up as a kid. And then we also had what's this guy's name? TJ Ford, probably the most. I think he was probably. I think he had he was able to. He was the best distributor I've seen. There's no one who can distribute like TJ Ford. TJ Ford can get inside of the lane, pass it out. He could literally Yakov Pirtle. If he played with TJ Ford, he'd be scoring 20 points a game. That was the kind of player TJ Ford was. We also had Ray Alston. We also had we've had other guards as well, you know what I mean? But like Kyle Lowry was probably the pinnacle. He's the better one. He's the better one. Blue chip, Villanova guard, tough, strong from Philadelphia, great player overall. Kyle Lowry's the truth. Salute to Kyle Lowry, bro. Honestly, I miss that guy. Fred VanVleet was a good, but he shot a lot of ball too much. He shot too much. I thought he was the best facilitator. Kyle Lowry was a better facilitator. But yeah. So we've had some good point guards, over our years. Mike James was okay. Yeah, we had some guys, but at the same time though, yeah. So Manuel quickly can become the next best point guard. The keys are his. He's gotten the keys to the Mercedes or the keys to the Beamer or whatever, or the Ferrari or whatever. Now it's time for him to just take the car and take it where he wants to take it. You know what I mean? And just all he has to do is just facilitate, hit his shots, attack the rack, get better facilitating too. He's still young. He has a lot of years ahead of him, and He's going to do really well, really, really well here. Trust me. I see a bright future with him. I think the three of them, like you said, they all, Liam said, bro, Scotty, Quickly, and RJ are going to be doing really, really well. They're going to be doing special things very soon. But right now, it's put up or shut up right now. Right now, we got to get to the playoffs. There's no way we can't get to the playoffs. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the standings. If you guys look at it, bro, it's just like, bro, there's literally from five all the way to to eighth. It's like what, one or two game separation, bro. There's no separation. There's no real separation. So it's just like if that's the case, we could literally mess around and go fifth seed, sixth seed if we just get on a hot streak. That's the key, bro. We just have to get on a winning streak. If we can get on that streak, we'll be able to beat them. We beat up Warriors. We held Stephen Curry to 9 points. This dude scored 9 points tonight, and that's all he can do is shoot threes. And if he can't shoot threes, we already know he's not effective. And that was what happened. He wasn't effective tonight. They're talking about Kaminga. I don't want to see Kaminga here. Kaminga is not. Kaminga is just. I'm not feeling his game, bro. I think he's just a tall, lanky guy. He brings no value to this team. Pascal needs to stay here for the time being. And if free agency, I have no problem bringing him back. If we can go into the playoffs and we could win a playoff for two series, I have no problem bringing him back. I have no problem bringing him back. Like I have no problem, and I don't know why we can't. Like I'm looking at these teams, nothing is so special. Outside of top three teams in the East, none of these guys can really beat us in a 7 game series. Nobody can beat us. He says, but yo, shouts to Liam. He says, but the question is, are we able to resign quickly? Yo, we're gonna resign him. Bro, quickly better. Quickly he's not getting, let's be real. Quickly can go on another team. He could be a great contributor, but if he stays here, he has the keys. That's the key component. You have the keys. You have the keys. You are the one now. You can go somewhere else and be a great country. You can go play for LeBron and go to LA and go to the clubs and go to the party in the hills. You can do all that stuff if you want to do that. And then Bronny comes in there and then you don't have to deal with the politics of LeBron James, the LeBron James politics. You can go and sign with the Atlanta Hawks and play with Trey Young and be Trey Young's backup or whatever, or Trey Young's lackey. You see what I'm saying? Or you can go and go to whatever, I don't know, Miami and deal with Pat Riley's system. You can do all that if you want to, but at the same time, it's just like when you play for Toronto with his position and his situation, this is the best position and the best situation for Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly will resign with the Toronto Raptors and he'll sign a long-term deal. I believe the players that we should resign, I think we should resign everybody. If we can get into the playoffs, we should resign everybody. And then we got to add some more guys. We got to add some bigs. And then I think we'll be okay. You know what I mean? I personally believe we'll be okay if we can do that. But if we can't do that, then we're in trouble. Very simple, very straightforward. We are in trouble. And that's that. That's that. You know? But anyways, that's my soapbox on the Raptors right there in a nutshell. Shouts to my guy, the Omari Styles. He says, yo, Pascal worth 50 mil per year? Bro, see, Omari Styles, you threw a good question out there. Is he worth $50 million a year? No. Do we have to sign him for $50 million a year? I hope not. I hope not, because he's not a $50 million player. But at the same time, if he can't get into the playoffs, then we might as well not re-sign him. But if he can get us into the playoffs, we potentially might have to re-sign him. If we get in the playoffs, say we go like I was saying earlier. I don't know if you caught this, Omari. If you look at the standings, Omari, the Omari wave. If you look at the standings, you'll see that between fourth and eighth, there's only like a 1 or 2 game separation in as far as standings go. So if we go into a winning streak with Pascal Siakam and all the players we have, and we end up getting into the playoffs, and we end up messing around and going in a fifth seed or sixth seed or something like that, or sixth seed or something like that, fifth or sixth ideally, because I don't really play. I don't want to play no playing tournament and mess around and screw that up. I'd rather just be comfy, sitting, chilling, waiting for who we have next. So fifth or sixth seed, since there's no real big difference, what's who are we gonna play? We're fifth seed. Who do we play? The fourth seed. The four from fourth to eighth. Sorry, from fourth to eighth, there's no real big difference. So if we're in the eighth seed, or sorry, we're in the fourth seed or whatever the case. We play a fifth seed team. Bro, what are we talking about? We in the fifth seed. We played a fourth seed team. We can whip their ass. We can get these guys out of here. Orlando, bro. I'm not worried about no Orlando. Let's be real. In a 7 game series, the only time we only beaten ourselves. We should be able to beat them. New York, we should be able to beat them in a 7 game series. Like what? You see what I'm saying? Cleveland, we should be able to beat them in a 7 game series. We should at least be able to get a win in the playoffs if we can just get a winning streak here. Bro, Pascal's not even worth 100 mil a player, and he's still an NBA or an All Star. I think he's a fringe All Star. I still don't think he's an All Star. He's an all. He's yeah. I don't think he's an. I think he's played the All Star game. Is he an All Star? No, but he's a good player. He's like a fourth option. He's just a guy I wouldn't depend on to take the last shot, and he's a guy who he can be neutralized with the right players around him. So, but at the same time, it's just like I know he's going to command that, but who's going to? I'm sure teams will pay him that. Teams are ready to offload on guys and pay guys this and pay guys that, and you know what I mean. So I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, as of right now though, we got to see what we can do with him. We got to do what we can do without him. I don't think. I think if we trade him, we're going to be less of a team because he brings a lot of scoring. He remember, there's night Scotty's off, so he does a lot of things that Scotty might not be able to do for the night. He picks up a lot of slack for us, bro. Let's be real, bro. He might be low key the best player on the team. He might be the best player on the team, and he picks up a lot of slack for us. So it's kind of like, what are we doing? You feel me? What are we doing? What are we really doing? You know? You know? So we got to think about these things, yo. You know what I mean? You guys throw some good questions though. Like honestly, with the contract situation, because that is something that is a real question. That is a real question. Is he worth that kind of money? Is Pascal worth that kind of money? So, but time will tell though. So we got next game we got is the we got the Los Angeles Lakers. Keys to beating the Lakers. We just got to get on them early. We got to do what we did to the Warriors, attack very early, and just push, keep pushing, attacking, keep attacking. They have LeBron James, yes. They're not invincible. We don't want to go into a tick for tack kind of game. We don't want this to be a back and forth game. We want this to be we're attacking and we applying the pressure and we constantly keep applying the pressure and we get on them and we score on them. LeBron James and the Lakers have checked out. They're prepared they want to fire their coach. LeBron James wants to be, he's the manager, this GM, the owner, he's everything, the whole nutshell. And then on top of that too, he wants to get his son on the team. So these guys have checked out for the team the year. His goal right now is to lose as many games as they can, get Bronny into the NBA, and LeBron can play with Bronny, and then he can his satisfy his dreams. That's basically what he's doing, and sacrifice the season and other players' seasons on his personal goals. So in a situation like that, this is not a team where we should even let's not be play around. It's the NBA. Anything can happen on any given night, right? You can get mess around and end up losing these guys. But at the same time, this is a team that we should be able to beat and get them out of here. So I think we have to score on them early. We got to put a lot of points up on them, and then we got to attack the glass, and then we just got to get on their ass early. The Lakers are not better than the Golden State Warriors. We just beat the Golden State Warriors, so there's no reason why we can't beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Real talks. All right, so yo, I'm signing out. You'll see me on Tuesday. We'll be talking Raptors Lakers. Liam says, yo, the NBA today Lakers a post game show. Is NBA today a Lakers post? No, real talks, bro. You're asking a real question, bro. ESPN, all they do is talk about the Lakers. Fox Sports, all they do is talk about the Lakers. Um, this channel, Lakers, everything is Lakers, bro. I want to hear news on the Denver Nuggets. I want to hear news on like the Celtics. I want to hear news on like some teams that I'm interested in. All they want to do is talk about the Lakers. The Lakers, the Lakers, the Lakers. All they do is talk about, look, bro, Bronny James is scoring 5 to 6 points per game. And all they do is talk about Bronny James as he's the number one player in the nation. And I'm like, bro, he's scoring 5 to 6 points. The USC basketball team is not a good basketball team. They are not really good. They're not displaying anything that's showing me that, yo, this is the team. But all they want to do is talk about the Lakers and Bronny and LeBron. And so this has become the NBA has become LeBron James's circus. That's all it is. It's the LeBron James circus. Because at the end of the day, they're not a good team. They suck. They won the NBA Cup. They hung a banner for the NBA Cup. I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I mean, Kobe Bryant's rolling his grave right now, cringing like, oh my god, these people, this guy. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the Lakers are doing right now. So, yeah, this is what it is. This is what it is. You're 100% right. NBA Today, a Lakers post game show. Laugh a lot. Yeah, real talks. That's all they do is talk about the Lakers. Lakers, 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 Lakers. All I watch is Raptors. I don't really watch too much. I look at I try to catch NBA action when I get the time to. I just really don't have the time to. Bro, we're in the aliens at Miami Real. That's a whole nother conversation, bro. Hey, bro, until I see some real footage of that, I don't know what the hell that was. Because I didn't see any footage, bro. I don't know what that. I didn't see anything. That's a whole nother conversation right there. The aliens in on was it on New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve or the day before New Year? I don't know what day it was. Sometime around then last week, there were some aliens or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Or this is it this week? Yeah, it was like during the week or whatever, the beginning of last week or something like that. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like, yo, real talks, man. Like this is what the NBA's turned into. It's LeBron James show. That's what they want. The media wants to cover the LeBron James only. Lakers, LeBron. I'm like, bro, cover other teams. I want to see Denver. I want to see what's going on with Denver. You know, the only time they mention Marvin, it's on some negative stuff, or him and whoever he's with, or whatever he's doing off the court. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, but whatever, man. We'll get into that another time. But yo, guys, I'm signing out, man. Adios, peace, good night, and we'll be back on Tuesday. Peace.